Hey DM Crafters, welcome to the DM's Craft. I'm DM Scotty, good to have you with me. Today we're going to continue on with our fire videos. Seems like I've been doing a lot of those lately. This one deals with braziers. I've done torches. I just recently did a campsite with a fire. And this time I'm going to do a large brazier for an interior dungeon or that kind of thing, or a castle or fortress. These are pretty easy to do, super cheap, and nice little set piece or light source for your game. So let's go to the table and start crafting those now. So the basis of our craft today is just going to be this wood piece. You can find all kinds of interesting wooden shapes at craft stores, and I just like this shape for the project I'm doing. And then I'm going to use cotton ball. So this is going to be very similar to the torch vid that I did. So I'm just going to get a little bowl, and I've got my watered down glue. That one. And I'm going to coat this, saturate that with the watered down glue. And that's the cotton ball. And I'm gonna break it up, pull it apart like that. Gonna put a little more glue on it. And you can kind of get a nice fire texture that way by just pulling it apart. And you can kind of play with it. And then what I'll do is I'll just take my little piece and just put it in there. So now I've got a nice little fire kind of ornament, and I'll put that aside. And I was going to do two of them. I'll do the other one, and then we'll paint them up and see what they look like. Here's my container, and I'd taken the fire out of it, and it's fairly dry, but it's a little not totally solid. So what I want to do is I'm going to put some more glue on it to help solidify this, and I'm going to use a toothpick to help me get it on without kind of destroying the delicate nature of the flames. So that'll kind of help. The more glue you put on it, the stiffer it's going to end up. So, and the more hardy it's going to be. All right, that looks good. So I'll let that dry up. We'll have a nice solid flame there, and then I'll paint it up. Although this is a neat shape, I thought it was kind of dull, so I thought I might add some extra pizzazz to it. So what I did is I grabbed some cardstock, and this is 1/4 of an inch. And what I did was I put it on the side of this and then bent it up and then marked where it hit the top of this here. And then I cut a piece off. I cut that piece off, and then I marked the rest of these the same length. And I also marked in the middle of this because what I want to do is put a little arrow at the top. So with this little piece here, I cut like that, and that kind of helped me get the center. So when I put this on, it'll kind of be like that. So now I'm going to do the rest of these, and then we'll come back and we'll apply them to this little urn type thing. Now this will be a bit tricky because I don't want to use the white glue because it curves and it'll be really hard to hold that down while it glues. So probably the best way to do it is to use the hot glue. So I have to be very careful because they're very small pieces. I don't want to burn myself. So get a nice little bead on there. Flip it around, get it on there. Hold that for a sec. And then bam, got that on there. All right, now I think the easiest way to do this is going to be if I do the exact opposite side. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on the object itself and see how that works. Then bead of glue. That might be a little easier. Yeah, I think that worked out a little better, a little easier to handle. All right, so there we got some nice detail popping out already. Now I'm going to do one over here and one over here. Looks pretty nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to do the two pieces separately. The flame versus the container. I'm going to paint this black, and then I'll paint the container. I'll paint this black, and then I'll paint the flame with just the flame color that you've seen me do before. So start with the yellow, move on to the orange, and then top it off with some red. All right, so we'll hit that. So here we are with the fire urns next to the some player characters, and look how great they came out. These were so easy to make. I'm going to pick one up and give you a little closer detail and then talk about it. So if you remember, we used the wooden piece that we got from the craft store, and then I just painted these bands like metal. The body of the urn was painted with a sponge, doing the stone technique with the sponge. I had a little bit of highlight at this curvature here and on the bottom. Now, one thing I did that gives a cool look to this is I added a little bit of highlight around the edge in yellow. So that makes it look like it's glowing where the fire's coming out. It gives it a nice glow. And then this is just, the fire here is just our standard fire technique. And that was just the cotton ball that we ripped in half and soaked in glue and pulled up to give it the fire look. So just super, super easy to do these. I also added a washer on the bottom. I just hot glued it to the bottom to give it a little bit of weight so it won't slide around the table. So there we go. There are our fire urns. We're going to look great on the table, and see you next time for a short tip. Hey guys, if you're really digging these videos and would like some more information or to talk to other crafters, look at the link below in the description, and you can join my forum on the DM's Craft. We'd love to have you, and I'll see you there.